CGI, CGI, it's no longer impressive. I miss 1991 when it blew me away. Now I just think of a fat guy clicking on buttons. Jurassic World. I think Jurassic World was a by-the-book sequel that wasn't really that impressive. It was just kind of like, yeah, it was better than The Lost World, the second film. And it was better than Jurassic Park 3, which was just pretty much like, let's just throw in dinosaurs and a character we know in the middle of the jungle.
Alan!
That is one big pile of shit.
Jurassic World at least had some redeeming qualities to it, and it was an entertaining film overall, especially in the third act. It seemed it picked up a little bit. But overall, it just felt a little too by the books, a little too disaster movie-ish, and it was okay. The thing that a lot of people forget about with disaster films, where this does count as one, you know, instead of having aliens attack, or having monsters attack, or a giant tsunami, we have dinosaurs attacking, is that they forget that it should be the characters that draw you into the story. You're drawn in by Roy Scheider in Jaws. You're drawn in by the guy who catches the fish in that movie. Roy Scheider is the father who loves his family and fears for them, and he's not just generic good old dad. He's kind of like a guy who learns how to become a badass.
Smile, you son of a...
You have the fisherman who just naturally is the tough guy, who just knows what he's doing.
$10,000 for me by myself. For that, you get the head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
And you get behind him because you could tell there's a backstory to him.
They didn't even list us overdue for a week. Very first light, Chief. Sharks come cruising. So we formed ourselves into tight groups.
In Jurassic Park, you have Jeff Goldblum, who's kind of the comic relief, but he's still a smart doctor who kind of knows more than everyone else, despite the way he behaves.
Hello? Yes?
I really hate that man.
You have Dr. Hammond in the movie, who your heart goes out to him. He has this dream, but at the same time, you know it's not realistic.
Genetic power is the most awesome force the planet's ever seen, but you wield it like a kid that's found his dad's gun.
That's not very smart, but at the same time, your heart breaks for him. He's an older man who wants things to work out. And then you have Sam Neill, who's sort of like the voice of reason along with his wife. And then you had the two children who kind of learn how to be tough and independent on their own. And those were characters that drew you into the movie, unlike Jurassic World, where the characters are very generic. You know, there's a cute little kid and he's sad because his parents are separating. And then you have the person who helps run the park who's very career oriented. And then you have the overly confident, overly smart hunter. And that seems to be it. It just seems to be there's a surface of their character and nothing more.
But I also needed a story and characters that we care about and humans that we are connected to emotionally, so that when they get threatened, you don't just say, "Eh, eat them."
When I saw the previews of the film in 2D, the effects definitely looked more computer generated-ish than it did in 3D, where it seemed more believable and tangible. Having said that, the problem with CGI is that you just imagine a guy clicking on buttons and you feel like you're watching a cartoon. Again, this is a problem that I've kind of stated before with the Star Wars prequels and with a lot of recent cinema, like the Avengers, for instance. Like, it looked like I could have just seen XP points above the characters like it was a video game. The good thing about Jurassic World is it has some good homages to the original where it doesn't go too overboard with referencing to older material. I kind of like the lived-in world feel, especially when they have the video of Jimmy Fallon popping up in the little hamster ball nearby with the dinosaurs. The design of the park looks like something you'd literally see in Universal Studios, which is exactly how a park like that would be designed.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
So it feels like you're watching a movie about an event that could have happened in a way. That was really cool about Jurassic World. The thing that I didn't quite care for about it was that it felt very cliched. You know, all the action sequences happen the same way any action sequence does.
We can't lock him in.
Come on, close it down.
Somebody talk to me. What is happening?
The structure of the film felt like very predictable. Chris Pratt's character, who's kind of this very confident hunter type of guy, comes in right in at the exact time when the dinosaur outbreak happens. And every other character just felt like just very plain. I didn't really care about them, and they were very predictable, which is what made it kind of a more generic disaster film. Maybe a little more fun because it had the old Spielberg touch to it. But it felt more like the director was aping what the other film did rather than providing something of his own. If you just want to see dinosaurs like destroy things, see Jurassic World. If not, don't.